Hi everyone, it's Ann. Today we're going to take a look at a little older tarot deck called the Jungian Tarot Cards, and it was actually released back in June of 2017. So it's about what, 7 years? 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 years, 6.5 years. And it's a pip deck. So it's one of those. The author is Robert Wang and the publisher is U.S. Games. And it's one of those that I had on my wish list where initially when I looked at it, I liked the major arcanas cards, but then I didn't like it because it was pip. But it's 26% off on Amazon, so I decided I'm going to go ahead and get it. So that's why 6.5 years in, I'm getting this now. Very pretty turquoise blue inner lining. It looks like turquoise gemstone. Look how beautiful that is. It is in a hard case 2-part box. It does come with a little white booklet. However, there was a book by Robert Wang that goes with this deck separately, so I decided to purchase that too because based on what I read in the feedback, this book was helpful. So it only goes over the major arcana, the archetype. So I'll touch base on the book as well for those who may be interested at the end after we look at the cards. So here are the backs of the cards, card backs. And the cards are papery matte, and there are no gilding on the sides. And comparing it to a plaid back, traditional plaid back tarot card, it is shorter by that much. However, it is a little wider. So it's a little shorter and a little wider. So it's more squarish versus rectangular-ish, if that makes any sense. All right, so without further ado, let's zoom in. Now, they're not numbered, and there's no name on the card. I believe from what I read, it's because he meant it to be that way so that you can read it however way you want, without orders or numbers or anything. But I have not read the book yet. I just got this a couple days ago, so the book may explain more, but you'll notice there is no number and there is no title. And there is a white little border. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. So here we have the Fool starting out. We have the Magician, the High Priestess, the Empress, the Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, the Chariot, Strength, the Hermit. Look at the details. The Wheel of Fortune, Justice, the Hanged Man, Death, Temperance, the Devil, the Tower, the Star, a little bit of nudity, the Moon, the Sun, Judgment, and the World. So that completes the major arcana. Now moving on to the minor arcanas. Oops, I'm sorry. We have to do the court cards. I didn't realize. Oh, okay. We are moving to the minor arcanas. They're just putting the court cards first. Okay. I didn't look through this first. Usually I put them in order, but since I didn't, I mean in order from ace to the court cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at the King of Wands. It looks like the Queen of Wands, the princess and the prince. So it's princess and prince instead of page and knight. So it's sort of like a mixture of the Rider-Waite system and the Thoth system. All right. So now we have the Ace of Wands. And then these are all pips. So I'm going to go by them quickly. 3, 4 of Wands, 5 of Wands. I do like that they're color-coded though. So color-coded in the sense that the wands are all orangey and red, fiery, representing the flames. And see how the water, it has blue and water. So now we're to the water, the cups suit. So we have, starting with the court cards first. That's how the order the cards came in. We have King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Here they are on the counterparts. Prince of Cups and Princess of Cups. And then starting back with the Ace of Cups, 2 of Cups, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I didn't mention the cardstock, but it's nice and thick. Not too thick that you can't shuffle, but it doesn't feel thin, and there is a cord, and it's flexible, bendable, pliable. All right, so now we're to the suit of swords with King of Swords, Queen of Swords, Prince of Swords, and Princess of Swords. And then Ace of Swords, 2 of Swords, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then the final suit is of Pentacles with King of Pentacles or coins. Queen, so here's the King and Queen of coins or pentacles. Then we have the Prince and the Princess. And then Ace of Pentacles, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And here's another look at the backs. And then let's take a look at the little white book. Okay, so the Jungian Tarot is a set of archetypal images carefully designed for use in a process which Carl Jung, one of the founders of the psychoanalytic movement, called, quote unquote, active imagination. It is hoped that readers will find in these pictures a comfortable visual introduction to principles of Jungian psychology, and that they will be encouraged to seriously consider Dr. Jung's brilliant summation of the Western mystery tradition and his translation of its ideas into modern psychological terms. This booklet can provide only a very brief synopsis of a system of tarot attributions. Readers should turn to the 3 companion books in the Jungian Tarot trilogy, also available from U.S. Game System, to understand how these meanings have been derived. So yeah, so there is a trilogy, 3 books, and I bought one of the books. The more general book, Tarot Psychology, includes a self-study course and a technical explanation of ways in which values have been assigned. In this regard, it should be understood that most currently accepted systems of value assignment were arbitrarily developed by 19th century occult groups. By contrast, attributions to the Jungian Tarot have been painstakingly researched in an effort to clearly relate tarot interpretation to the more ancient and traditional study of astrology and of Hermetic Kabbalah. A second book, the Jungian Tarot, that's the one that I have, and its archetypal imagery is a complex academic overview of the tarot in terms of comparative religions and mythologies. A third book, Perfect Tarot Divination, applies Jungian principles and the lessons of astrology to tarot interpretation. That sounds interesting too. I'll have to add that to my wish list. I did add the first one to my wish list. And then it goes into the major arcana. You do get a small little black and white picture of the card. Looks like it does give you the planet that is associated with. So the Fool is Pluto. Archetype of creative emptiness, collective idea, and organized group, the underworld, the dead, originality, reproduction, regeneration, social urge, ideas ahead of their time, which will not bear fruit until the next generation, foundations for advancement of human welfare, the non-existent roots of the collective unconsciousness. Wow. So that's not your typical, full card. There's some of it, but it's very interesting. Let's see what they say for the Magician. So the planet is Uranus. Archetype is Animus. Absolute freedom of the true will. Works of genius, imagination, innovation, invention, and iconoclasm. Independence at any price. The creator cannot be controlled. Intuitive intellect may be impulsive and prophetic. Scientific inventions, communications, always aloof and off-handed. When negative, may be fanatical and archetypistic. Oh, anarchistic. That's a hard word to pronounce. The High Priestess. Neptune. Archetype of anima, change, fluctuation, everything false, deception, delusion, dreams, schemes of all kinds, but also profound wisdom in an eccentric person. Their radicality, music, artistic, and literary genius, love of mystery, eroticism, social unrest, mobs of the common people. Wow. Okay, one more. The Empress, Venus, archetype of the mother, fruitfulness and luxury, all things gracious and beautiful, expansiveness, success, order, hope, optimism, love, jewelry and ornaments, gracious but somewhat patronizing, at an extreme, self-pity, vanity, sensuality, self-indulgence. Wow. All right. So this is the major arcana. So it's a little different, but not too different. And then we have the minor arcana, same thing. You get pictures of the cards, black and white, and it does tell you the planets and a little description. So the king is the aggressive father, the queen of Wands is the stylish mother, the Prince of Wands is the affectionate son, and the Princess of Wands is the clever daughter. Very interesting. And then it goes through the Ace of Wands, Pluto and Aries, birth and death. Wow. So they do, even though they're pip cards, they do have the explanation here for you in the little white booklet. So if you want, and if you don't mind writing in your cards, you can probably write on it if you want. So there are 43 pages in the little white booklet, and they do have enough to get you started, as you can see. So it's not bad. It's a pretty informative little white booklet. It's more useful than just the standard, generic meanings. All right, so let's zoom out and let's take a look at this book that I bought. So it's also by Robert Wang, the Jungian Tarot and its archetypal imagery. Also by U.S. Games. There's a picture of, I guess, Robert Wang. And this is volume 2. Contents: the Fool, archetype of creative emptiness, the Magician. So it goes through each of the cards in the major arcana, which is what I think I saw or read someone doing a review on it, and they mention how, or yeah, maybe I read it in the feedback of this book. And they say, you know, it goes through the 12. Yeah. So if you want to learn more about the major arcana of this deck, this may be a good investment, which is why I went ahead and got it. The Fool, archetype of creative emptiness. And then it goes into all about the Fool, the unmenaced. So this is very interesting. I think I'm going to try to make time to read. There's only 22 cards in the major arcana, so it may be worth it so I can understand this deck, and maybe I can do better readings with it. But since I picked it up with the deck, I ordered it both on Amazon. And if you're interested, I'll put links underneath the video for both the tarot deck and the book. But I thought I'll share in case if you guys are interested in the deck, you may be interested in the book as well. I think I'm going to get the third book as well. I don't know about the first book. All right, so I hope you enjoy that walkthrough. I know pip decks are not as popular as illustrated decks, but for those who are interested in learning this tarot, you know, system, Jungian tarot, or want something different, new, or interested in Carl Jung in general and how he relates the tarot to his psychology. I don't know if it's related, or just a new deck to your tarot collection. You may want to check this out. It is different, it is pip, but as you can see, you know, the little white book by itself actually give you keywords that will help. All right, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed the walkthrough. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye.